My accident was on May 1st of 2023, around 3:40 p.m. after school on the crossing of Walker Valley and Lauderdale. I don't remember my accident. I remember talking to one of my friends after school and ending up in the hospital. What I've heard is I crossed at the stop sign and I got T-boned. And little bits and pieces of what I've seen, I know that happened, and I don't remember any part of that. So I'm really grateful for that one though. And then I know I ended up in the hospital. I was at Erlanger in Chattanooga, and I was in the trauma ER, and I had my bladder surgery first, and then I have 2 titanium screws put in my hip to fix my pelvis the next morning. And then I spent 7 weeks on crutches and going to physical therapy, which is surprising because it could take a lot longer. I would definitely say that paying attention to the road and your surroundings for sure, and making sure you keep your phone down. And if you get a text or something, give it to someone else to answer.
So based on last year, a total of 22% were distracted driving. So there were a total of 1,316 crashes, 22% of that. So we're looking at a total of about 480 of them were distracted driving, and then 290 crashes resulted in fatalities.
Just one phrase that I always repeat to students, and it stuck with me a long time, is begin with the end in mind. So essentially, when you get behind the wheel of a car, you got to think about where you're going. You're going home, you're going to a store, you're going to a movie theater, whatever. You got to want to get there safely. And so anything you do in between there, whether it's a phone call, a text message, if you have to put in driving directions, get all that done before you start moving. And if you really think through it, it's just self-preservation. It's not just looking at consequences like tickets and fines and court costs. It's not just looking at repairing your vehicle. I mean, a 1-year cost right now in the state of Tennessee is up towards $500,000 for accidents that involve distracted driving. Other than the monetary or any kind of legal consequences, it's your life, it's your health. So if you're texting somebody saying I'll be on the way, is that worth not being able to be mobile the rest of your life? So just to take that second before you take off, make sure your seatbelt's on, make sure you get all your cell phone stuff, your directions are in there, and you don't have to touch it. Because even just reaching for your phone isn't only just illegal, but it could cost you and multiple people their lives depending on the situation.